My dog is here with me, sleeping in the corner. He may join us. We've got 30 minutes of core strength. We're going to start off in standing. I'm a physical therapist first, so I'm always going to give you guys some options and ideas and injury prevention tips. Again, core work, some strengthening. We're going to go through the standing sequence. Start off with a little bit of yoga, nothing crazy, just to get warmed up, and then we're going to take it down into the mat. We've got 3 moves today. We're going to do a series of core, advanced core, but I'll show you guys some options. So modify based on your needs, your body, whatever you're feeling that you need. Let's focus on nice form and really just staying engaged, present. This class is for, again, all levels. I really do work with a lot of endurance athletes. So again, take out of this class whatever you need. Weights are optional as well. So if you got some weights and you want to add them in, we may add them into some of our core work. Totally optional. I've got a 10-pounder here. Let's get started in standing with a nice little yoga warm up, and then we're going to take it down onto the mat for our core work today. All right, join me. Come to the back of your mat. Let's start off with a nice sun salutation, a warm up, reach to the sky. Get some length in your spine. I always start off with a nice little yoga flow just to get things moving, or just to get the body going. Let's start this class. 30 minutes. Let's go. Inhale, reach. One more breath here, and then exhale, forward fold. Bring your arms all the way down. Shake it out. Getting things going. Checking in with our body. This first round going nice and slow just to check in. How is everything feeling in your body today? Knees are nice and soft. Hang out here for one breath. And then on your next inhale, halfway lift, flat back, straighten out your knees, get a nice stretch in the hamstrings. This is your hip hinge. Bracing with my abs, staying engaged here. Get that nice stretch. And then exhale, bring your hands down, step back into plank. We do have some planks today in class. So enjoy this plank. Again, modify as needed based on your whatever's going on with you. If planks don't feel great, you can also double up the mat to give your wrists some more support. Hold it here for one breath. Brace. Tuck your chin in. Exhale, knees down, slowly lower chaturanga. Elbows close to my sides. Uncurl my toes. Setting up for my little baby back bend. Inhale up. Cobra. This should feel nice on the back, right? Engage your abs a little bit to protect that lower back. Pull the shoulder blades down your back, also engaging my lats. That's also going to help to support, stabilize that low back. One more breath here. Starting off nice and slow. Exhale, back down. Uncurl your toes, push yourself back, downward facing dog. That is the flow, sun salutation A. Let's go through that 2 more times. Then we're gonna move on. Pedal the feet out, give your calf and ankles a nice little stretch. I like my downward dog for my runners, my cyclists. Anybody who's got a tight calf and ankle, adding in a little bit of this downward dog should feel good. Walk your hands back to your feet. Yoga is for everyone. You don't need to be super flexible. I'm not flexible. Probably the least flexible person who has a yoga certification, right? But hey, this is meant for everybody. Take out of it what you need. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the arms all the way down. Hang out here, knees are soft. One breath. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, hinge. This is your deadlift, your hip hinge. Learn it. Get a nice stretch here. Abs. Hands come down, plank. Work those shoulders, strong shoulders. Push away from the mat. Spread your fingers wide. Hold it here. Tuck the chin in. Brace with your abs. One breath. And then we're going to exhale. Lower either knees down or all the way down. Chaturanga. Uncurl your toes. Up dog or cobra if you want to come even higher. Coming all the way up if this feels good. Nice extension in the spine. Maybe rock side to side. Enjoy the stretch. Again, pulling the shoulder blades down your back. Support your lower back. Engage those lat muscles. Exhale back down. Push yourself back, downward facing dog. Pedal the feet. We've got one more round. Then we're moving on. Last round. Then we move on. Walk your hands back to your feet. Rolling up slowly. Head coming up last. Inhale, reach. You should feel kind of warm now. Getting through the series. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Don't forget the breath, you guys. Breathing out through the mouth. Inhale, halfway lift. Enjoy this flow. Straighten out the knees. Come down into plank. Moving on. We've got more planks. Hold it here. One breath. Brace. Exhale, lower however you need to. Strong shoulders. Up dog or cobra. Nice spine mobility here. Extension. Exhale back down. Push yourself back, downward facing dog. We're moving on. Let's do a three-legged dog here. If you don't know what that is, find yourself into your downward dog. Again, if you want to just take a break here, if you just want to hang out in down dog, that's cool too. If you can, three-legged dog, I'm just raising up my right leg, right? Maybe opening that knee, giving that front of my hip a little stretch. Even weight into my hands. Just a chance to open up that front of that left hip. Bring that leg back down. Same thing, other side, squaring off the hips. Bring that left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend that left knee, opening up the front of that left hip. Oh, I need that this week. Front of the hips, stretching them out. Come back down. Walk the hands back to your feet. We're going to come out into an inchworm, into our plank. I'm going to face this way. Why not? I don't know. Change it up. From your inchworm, from my tall mountain pose, I'm going to reach up high to the sky, bring my feet nice and wide, maybe the width of my mat, walk it out into my plank here. And then I'm going to walk my hands back to my feet. Inhale, reach to the sky. Take this at your own pace. Walk yourself out into plank. Walk your hands back, up. Let's just do a few like that. And then walk it out. Two more, inchworm, reach high to the sky, walk it out. One more. And walk it out. If you have your weights, grab them for chair pose. Chair pose is your air squat. So again, if you've got some weights, you can add them in. If you don't have weights, that's okay. We're just going to do an air squat chair pose. So your squat is going to look however is right for your body. So some of us might need to step a little bit wider with the feet or turn the toes out ever so slightly if we've got tight hips, right? The goal is to come back into my chair pose here with my nice flat back. It's really neutral spine, but I like to cue as a flat back because it seems to kind of resonate with people. Again, I'm just not looking for this way arch, right? Typically, that's the main reason why. We're looking for this nice engaged core. Eyes are looking forward, arms overhead, step wide. Start with the feet, roll those arches up, engage your feet. Exhale, sink back into chair. Come back up. If you have weights, same thing, weights at your side. Exhale back into chair. If you only have one weight, arm at your center, goblet squat. Coming down, chair pose here. Right, again, foot position, I like to cue a little bit wider. Most of us, especially if we're runners or cyclists or athletes, kind of got tight hips, right? So bringing those feet wide, again, if you don't have the weights, you're just going up and down with your air squat. So for a lot of us, giving those feet a little bit of a wider stance, so a little bit wider than hip distance, that tends to work for a lot of us with those tight hips, right? Otherwise, we start to compensate, weird things start to happen in the lower back, we get pinching, etc., etc. Sit back and back up. Just go up and down. If you don't have the weights, we're just doing a little bit of an active chair pose or squat. Stay present, stay mindful, watch your form, sinking back into the hips. A lot of times I'll cue this sitting back into the chair or the bench at the gym. Helps to reinforce that sitting down and back. Into my squat, into my chair pose. Here. Hips are back. Glutes, use that booty. Let's do 4 more here, then we're moving on. 3, you've got to get into that core sequence. Today we've got some challenging core work. 2 more. Hips go down, glutes. Engage, exhale, back up. 1 more. Breathing, bracing. All right, let's move the weights to the side. We've got a little bit, finishing up our warm-up, just a nice quick little cat-cow pose here, just to get a little bit of last mobility in the spine, cat-cow. One of my favorites, I do this one almost every class. Why? Because it feels good. Again, we're going for strength. We're going for some core strength and stability. Nice strong trunk. That's our base, off of which our arms and our legs move, but also some mobility. We need both. We need things to move. We need supple joints. We need healthy joints for the rest of our lives, not just our sport. Articulate through your whole spine. Arch, flex, exhale. Let's do 2 more. And then we're going to be on our back for that core sequence. I will walk you through it. We do have planks. Modify as needed. One more time. Cat, cow, up and down. Last one. All right, we're going to be on our back. We've got some lower abdominal work. We do have planks. I will show you options. We do have obliques. On your back, first one is obliques. Then we've got lower abdominals, and we finish with a plank hold, forearm plank. From here, exhaling up, tucking the chin in. I'm going to reach to that outside ankle. These are ankle grabs. They should burn. I love these for oblique work because kind of hard to mess them up, right? I can give this to almost anybody. Again, if your neck is getting a little bit tired, you can have the hands here. So starting, this is your first move. We've got a series of 3 moves, 3 rounds, 30-minute class, trying to target a little bit of this, a little bit of that, right? So our core work, I always tell this to my clients, my patients, etc., athletes. It doesn't need to be fancy. You don't need to be jumping on a BOSU and then jumping rope and then, skipping along and then doing backflips to get your core engaged. We want to stick to some basic principles here, but we also want to target a lot of muscles, not just doing crunches, right? And not just doing planks. So I want to get a little bit of diversity because our core really is more than just our abs, right? Our glutes, pelvic floor, diaphragm, lower back, upper torso, trunk. So we want everything. So this is obliques. And we also want to think about the stability that our core provides, but also keeping us strong and stable as we move. So we need dynamic and static, right? So just thinking about that when you program in some of your core work, it doesn't need to mean you need to get crazy, but thinking about, am I ticking all the boxes? Can I have a routine? And I kind of rotate through. If you'll notice all my classes, if you check my playlist, there's a lot of kind of routine and repetitiveness because we're really trying to get some of these basic principles done. It's the consistency over time that gets results. Consistency, repeatability. It's boring. Boring gets results. Always. Reach side to side. Finish up with these obliques. We have some lower abdominal work. This is kind of that deeper core next. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Shake the head out. Release any tension. Lower abdominals, I'm going to show you level 1 is just going to be this squeeze, kind of like that pelvic floor squeeze, lifting my butt up and down. This is level 1, right? So if you're just kind of like, oh gosh, this is really hard. Exhale, use that exhale, squeeze, lift that booty up and down. Level 2, I like to have arms at my sides. I'm just going to make a scoop. So I'm just lowering the legs. Again, the lower that my legs go. Level 3, I'm going to go all the way down, right? Now, things that I want you to think about to keep that lower back safe, stabilized, performing this move correctly. Number 1, exhale. As you lift, draw that in, squeeze. Number 2, as the legs get away from you, your lower back needs to stay pressed to the ground. I cannot emphasize that enough. The goal of this is not to irritate your lower back, right? Keep that lower back engaged. If you're not sure you're doing it, lift your head up for a few, because that'll help kind of push your back down into the mat even more. So in other words, as the legs lower, that lever arm of my leg getting away from my body is going to start to pull on my lower back here. This is wrong. Press it down. That's where you need that deep core contraction, that deep control, and that's strength, right? It's holding everything in so that as my legs get away from me, that's just physics. That lever, my longer leg, I'm still maintaining that stability here. Bracing. If you're feeling a little bit of a snappy or a pinchy in the front of the hips, I want you to override that hip flexor getting pulled or those thigh muscles in the front, and I want you to tighten your abs even more. Press your back down even more. That should help clean that up. Press, lift the head up. or just shorten the move, right? Make it a little bit easier. Let's do 4 more here. And then we've got our last move is our plank. 30-second hold and then 30-second tap. 3, 2, 1. Forearm plank. I call this RKC style plank. If you've done kettlebell work, you will understand what that means. Again, this is an active pose. I'm here in my forearm plank. I'm not going to be flat. I'm going to be slightly here. You're going to look like this little C curve because what that's going to help you do is connect and get more engagement out of your abs. So just like that. When we get into our plank, I want you to imagine you're pulling your elbows down to your toes. Create an active plank. Don't just hang out there, right? In 3, 2, 1, come into that forearm plank. Again, it's not going to be a flat back. It's going to be slightly tucking that tailbone under. We've got 30 seconds like this. When we're done with the 30 seconds, we're just going to pull that knee up into our army crawl or bear crawl position if you want. Otherwise, just hold the plank. So we got 10 more seconds just like this. And then we've got that 30 seconds of that army crawl, knees up in 3, in 2, in 1. Pull that knee up. Abs, 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 abs. We're finishing up with these for 30 seconds and we come back in on our back for those ankle grabs, right? Back to that oblique work. Finishing. We've got 10 seconds. Move with this one. You have options. If you need to take a break, take a break. This class is for you. Always modify based on your needs. 3, 2, 1. On your back. Obliques. If your neck is tired from these ankle grabs, you can do some bicycle crunches or other oblique move. That's another option for you. Again, start on the inhale. Connect here to here. Zip it up. Tuck the chin. Push the head back. Reach. Ankle grabs. Round 2. We have 3 rounds. Let's make it count. Stay focused, right? All of our core work, all of our strength work, especially as we started to get into some heavier lifting, be present. Be present, right? Pay attention. If you're just kind of floating around with your head somewhere else, you're probably not getting the most out of this core work, right? Your back is arching. Maybe you're kind of like half-assing it. Maybe you're not going through that full range, right? So be present, really get the most out of this work. Limited time, maximum results, right? Stay focused. Let's do 10 more here. 9, 8, 7. We've got that lower abdominal stuff next. 3, 2, 1. Relax, release tension in the head. Let the abs go for a second. Deep exhale, lifting that leg up. Again, you've got options, squeeze and lower. Hands at your sides if that gives you a little bit more of that stability. Keeping the arms in close to your sides. If you're not sure if you're doing it right, lifting the head up. Right, that's going to help position you into that crunch. Can help to bring that rib cage down so that your abdominals in the front can get a little bit more connected here. Other cues that I'll give people when they're doing a lot of their core work is I like to kind of think about bringing that rib cage down, right? Your whole rib cage is connected. So if your lower back is arched, the ribs go with that, right? Lower back, thoracic spine, mid back. So exhale, connect it. That's going to also help you keep that lower back pressed down, supported, stabilized. Let's do a few more here. And then again, we've got that plank, 30 second. Again, these are not beginner moves. Right? Even this one, you're going to feel it squeeze, right? So really pay attention. 3, 2, 1. Forearm plank hold. You have options. 30 seconds of hold, 30 seconds of hip dips, or just 30 seconds of hold and a break. Up to you. Again, let's get this nice RKC style position. Elbows drive down to my toes. Create that tension in the abs, lifting it up. Let's come up into our forearm plank and hold 30 seconds, right? Tucking my chin in, slight tucking my tailbone under, slight C curve in the back. Almost done with this. And then again, when we get into our little hip dips, we're just dropping the hips side to side. So 30 seconds, drop, dip, dip, dip. 30 seconds, then we're on our back for our last round. We still have to cool down, stretch, and be done. 30 minutes of class, almost done. Here, 4, 3, 2, 1, on our back. Let's go. Last round. Stay focused. Obliques from here to here. Exhale, lift. Squeeze side to side. Feel the burn. I also love this exercise because this is one of those oblique exercises that for me, instant burn, right? Instant results. I know where I'm working. I know what I'm trying to feel. Again, with all of your exercises, getting your mind into it, that's when I say be present. What I really mean is, where are you working? Focus on that muscle group. If you are actually paying attention to that, you're going to create more of that contraction, more of that engagement. That's going to help to facilitate more strength, right? That's that neuromuscular connection. What am I working? Get it going. Get my brain behind it. Really think about squeezing my obliques. I'm envisioning those obliques coming across, internal, external obliques. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip it over, plank. Oh wait, is that right? Yeah. Nope, that's not right. Oh my gosh, my brain. I get so excited for my planks. I skipped the middle one, the lower abdominal one. Last one. Sorry, guys. I guess I was so focused on those planks. Adding a little bit of spice to our planks. Got these lower abdominals. Lift, squeeze. Squeeze. Adding some difficulty, legs lower. 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 I like to cue with that chin tucked in or lifting that head up. Really get this, right? Connect here. Breathing underneath those abdominals, working. I'm still breathing, right? I'm not holding my breath. Let's do a few more here. Almost done. With this sequence, we've got planks last. I jumped the gun. Sorry, guys. How could I forget this one? I think there's a reason I forgot this one. It's because this one hurts. Ooh, burns. 4 more here. 3 more here. 2 more here. 1 more. Whew. I'm going to feel that one later. Definitely going to feel that one later. All right, obliques, lower abdominals. Now we've got our planks. We are finishing this sequence. Get ready into your forearm plank. 30-second hold, and then you're just going to bring those feet out to the side, tapping for the last 30 seconds, right? Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. 30 seconds here. Bracing with my abs. Again, I'm thinking about that tension. Elbows pulling down to my toes. 3, 2, 1, tap the feet to the side, 30 seconds. We're going to do a little bit of low back, just a little bit, and then stretch. Finishing up, almost done here, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Come onto your belly. Whew, shake it all out. Release any tension here. Let's come into our child's pose, stretching out that lower back. Sinking back, my knees are nice and wide. Give my hips some space again. Enjoying this child's pose. Oh, my dog's waking up. He knows. He knows. It's time to stretch. He's going to join. Of course you are. Of course you are. He's like, this is the best part. It's the stretching. Come onto your back. Probably can't see me because my dog's in the way now. It's okay. Huskies do what they want to do. All right, hug your knees into your chest. Rock the knees side to side. He's camera shy, so he's not facing the camera. Hi. I know. Rock the knees side to side. Let that left leg extend along. Hug that right knee in. Sorry, guys. Sorry, my dog is blocking my view, but he's much cuter than I am. Roll the feet and the ankles around. Roll that hip around. Roll that hip. Getting into those hips, just getting into this cool down session. Again, modify as needed. Add in whatever stretches feel good to you. Right, so if you've got some stretches that feel good on your lower back, your hips, whatever, add them in. Now's your chance. This class is for you. Hug the knees into the chest. And then bring that left knee across your body. Your right knee across your body. Sorry. My dog is helping. This is an assisted stretch. He's a nut. If anybody else has a dog, they know anytime you get down onto the mat to stretch, they think it's playtime. Enjoy this stretch, bringing that knee across your body. Find that position. Nice little stretch into the glutes, lower back. The more you rotate off the mat, the more you're going to get into that lower back, right? And just hold it here. Slow down the breath. Last breath here. Come back to center, figure four stretch. Bend that knee up. This should feel like a nice glute stretch if you want even more reaching through for thread the needle. One of my faves. Almost everybody likes their figure four stretch. My dog is thoroughly unamused that I'm stretching and I'm not walking him, I think. Roll the shoulders out. Release any tension in the shoulders and the neck. Again, a lot of these core exercises have a lot of like neck tensing, so just release any tension. Shake the head side to side. Last breath here, just settling into that nice hip opener stretch. And then we'll hit the other side. And then unwrap that right leg. Shake it out. Shake that right leg out. Hug that left knee into your chest. Roll the ankles and the toes. Little circles. Hip circles. Nice hip circles. Bringing that knee across your body. Finding that position where you get that nice little glute stretch. Maybe you rotate more off the mat, getting into the lower back stretch. Opening that left arm out. Head goes wherever it feels comfortable, maybe shaking the head side to side. We are almost done with class. Subscribe to the channel to get notifications of live class. I host them every week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Almost every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Come back to center. Figure four. Enjoy the stretch hip opener. Reaching through for thread the needle if you want a deeper hip opener. Breathing into that hip. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Roll the shoulders. Shake the head. Last few breaths here. Get that hip opened up. Slowing down the breath. And then unwrap that left leg. Place both feet onto the floor. Windshield wiper the knees. We are finishing up. We're just going to do one more stretch in seated, and that's it for today. Rock those knees side to side gently. Roll onto your side. Prop yourself up into seated. Last stretch here, just finishing with that nice tall spine, tall posture, just being present again. focusing on our body alignment here, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, reach, lengthen, get tall in the spine, sitting however you want to. Exhale it out one more time, and then that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you got something out of class. Join me next time. Thank you guys so much. Inhale, reach. Exhale it out. That's it for today. Thank you guys. My dog says, see you next time.